Hi, everybody. I want to go over week 3 instructions for you to perhaps explain a little bit more what you are to do. So there are two graded assignments this week. One is a discussion topic and the other is a planner. So if you open up the synthesis question discussion topic, you will see that it says to use the SIRS library database and find two new articles for your debatable issue. You're going to review the articles, make sure that they pass the CRAP test, and then you're going to answer the questions that are listed here. I'm going to come back to this. Let's first go and find your two articles. So if you go into our library databases and go to SIRS, this is where you may have found your debatable topic, and so you can go right back to that area. So just for sample purposes, I'm going to look at cell phones in schools. And the synthesis question or research question is, should cell phones be allowed in the classroom? That is the debatable issue. And so for this unit's essay or research, we want to find two articles that are on differing perspectives on this issue. And SIRS is a great place to do that because you can see that there are two viewpoints clearly explained for the issue, and there are some articles for each side. So for this week's research, I would like you to use SIRS to get both of your articles. If you use SIRS already, you'll just need to find more articles from SIRS that are good for your topic. So you can check out the articles that are listed and see if they work. Do make sure they pass the CRAP test. Make sure they're current. Make sure that they're from a reputable source. And if it comes from University Wire, please do not choose it because I will not approve it. That's a college newspaper, not a professional newspaper. Otherwise, just make sure that the article is going to be appropriate for what you want to do. If you do not find anything that works in the three articles that are listed, you can click on the Find More Sources, and there you'll get pretty much everything that SIRS has to offer. And here you'll have to look to make sure that you're finding things that are relevant for your research. All right, so once you have your two articles, then you're going to start your thread and answer the three the three questions here about your new articles. So the first question is, what is your synthesis question? That's your debatable topic or issue. You can use that question in SIRS or if you formulated your own. Then you're going to give me the citation information for both articles that you found from SIRS. Please be thorough here. I have to look up the article, so don't just give me a link. Give me the author, the title, the date, and the source. And then the third question is, what is the position of each of your articles on the topic? What are some common areas that you find? So a few sentences to discuss that. Once you've answered those three questions, post that. Make sure you get that done by Wednesday. And then by Sunday, you'll need to look at least two of your classmates' posts and reply to them. And there are three questions here. You can reply by answering any one of those. All right, so that is part one of this week's assignment. And then part two is to begin the planner for your Unit 2 essay. So there is a document here that you will fill out. And I'm going to show you the sample just to show you kind of how it works. So the step one is to list the information. These would be the two new SIRS articles that you found, and you'll fill in that information. And then what you're going to do is to create three questions that are relevant to your synthesis question, your overall debatable issue, that will help you begin to break down this issue and compare different aspects of it. So in the example, you can see that the issue is whether we should binge watch TV. And the questions that the student came up with was, first of all, what is binge watching? Secondly, what is the opinion of the author on binge watching? And also the issue of why people binge watch. Um, if you were doing the issue of cell phone use in school, you could look at, what are the benefits of having cell phones in school? What do the authors say on that? What are the disadvantages? What do the authors say on that? You could say how are cell phones handled in schools? Perhaps that might be something that both articles talk about. What you need to find are 3 questions that have information from both of your articles. Um, and even if an article is pro an issue, they may very well have the con or the disadvantages as well. So look thoroughly, because you may find more common ground than you may at first suspect. So for each question, you're going to go through the articles and pull out information that's relevant to that question. Here you'll be sure to put your citation and clearly label which one is source 1 and which is source 2. And again, put that information. The sample, I think, has about 1 point for each question, but certainly pull out whatever you can that's going to be beneficial for you in your paper. This is a longer paper, so the more information you can put in it, the better. So I certainly recommend putting more than one detail for each question. Once you've done that, then you're going to write the first, not the first, but a paragraph that will actually be used in your final paper. So we're going to pick one of the questions, your choice, and then you're going to synthesize the information from both of the authors. And the sample here is really helpful to show that you'll start off by giving that first point of comparison, and then you'll explain what one author says about it, and then you'll explain what the other author says about it, and then sort of give a wrap-up of it. So here we have, what Cohen says, what Dodgson says, and then here the student kind of tying it all together to give that mini comparison, if you will, of how these two authors differ or are similar on this particular part of the question. All right. If you have any questions, please let me know. The planner is due, or the Comparing Author Perspectives is due on Sunday, so you have the full week to do that. Good luck.